Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out to the Canada True Vision Cyber Club branch presentation on the Meta glasses. My name is Lion Christina Engel-Jackowitz, and I have the honor of serving as president of the Canada True Vision Cyber Club branch. Just to give you a little information about us, the Canada True Vision Cyber Club branch is a cyber branch club. Our parent club is the North Newmarket Lions Club. The special thing about us is that most of our members live with sight loss and blindness. We do have some members with other challenges, and of course, we have several members who are sighted. Everyone is welcome. The other special thing about our club is that our members are across Canada. We have members in 4 provinces of Canada. We've got British Columbia, Newfoundland, Ontario, and Alberta. So we are very thankful that you guys are joining us today. This is our second presentation that we've done. And I just want to remind you that we are recording this presentation, and in a few days it will be on our YouTube channel. So check out our YouTube channel and please subscribe. So for that, I am going to hand it over to Michael Barker. One second, Michael. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, great. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mike Barker, and I'm a member of the Canada True Vision Cyber Club Lions Club branch. Thank you for joining us to learn about the Meta Ray-Ban glasses and the exciting opportunities that they provide for persons who are blind and visually impaired. We've all heard about the concept of universal design, products designed so that everyone can use them. Low-floor buses, for example, were designed for people with disabilities, but they've actually turned out to be easier for everyone to use. Similarly, the iPhone contained many features specifically designed to accommodate various disabilities, but a lot of those features are very handy for people who are non-disabled as well. The Meta Ray-Ban glasses were not necessarily designed as such, but they have many features built in that make them very useful for persons with disabilities. The glasses were originally designed to make it easier for people to take and upload photos and videos to social media accounts. However, the built-in camera, microphone, sensors, speakers, and AI technology also make them very useful for persons who are blind and visually impaired. Think of them as a way to do many of the things that your smartphone can do, but without the hassle of holding your phone up or pointing your camera at things. I'll let Robert tell you about the features and how they work. But before handing it over to him, I'll quickly share some of my experiences with them. Later in the webinar, I'll invite another member of our club, Lion Bill Conway, to share his experiences. As you can see, I'm wearing a pair of Ray-Ban Meta glasses myself. I've had these glasses for a few weeks, so I'm still learning how to use them. As a bit of fun, I have set them up to speak to me using the AI-generated voice of Judi Dench, the actor who plays M from the James Bond movies. So far, I've found them to be very useful in a variety of different ways. I've used them to read menus in restaurants. I've used them to tell me what denominations of cash I'm holding. I've used them to separate junk from real mail and read the letters. I've asked them to tell me if there are objects blocking my path. I've used them to read food package labels, and I've used them to help me find objects I've dropped on the floor. I've also used them recently to identify colors, clothing items, and also CDs. The glasses were very useful recently to help me find Christmas decorations so I could put them away. I can send and receive messages, text messages, and also speak on the phone. I've even used them to help me find our dog poop. And I'm just getting started. So with that, I'll turn things over to Robert. And following his presentation, we'll open the floor up for questions and answers. Now, I've had the pleasure of getting to know Robert Hampson through the Toronto Blind Curling Club and the Trailblazers Tandem Cycling Club, where he serves as vice president for both organizations. Robert also worked at the CNIB Smart Life as a product consultant, where he assists users in learning about and obtaining accessible technology. Robert is a recipient of the Queen Diamond Jubilee Medal and is a member of the Canadian Disability Hall of Fame. He is a winner of the Youth in Philanthropy Award, the King Clancy Award, and the City of Toronto Unsung Heroes Award. Robert has won medals at both the Ontario Para Championship and the Can-Am Para Swimming Championships. He is the founder and chief fundraiser for the Robert Hampson Tab for Kids Fund, which raises money for mobility devices. He has spent many years raising awareness on the importance of accessibility and inclusion through his work at Variety Village, and also as an ambassador for the Rick Hansen Foundation. Please join me in welcoming Robert Hampson.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michael, and thank you for inviting me here today to share a little bit about the Meta glasses with all of you. And working in the CNIB Smart Life Center, it's something very recent that we've been starting to show people, opening up a whole new world of technology. We do have some demo pairs, which is where I first had the opportunity to try them and learn about them. And I, like Michael, just recently got a pair, so they're quite new for me, but I am wearing a pair as we speak. So I was thinking about it in a few ways to explain what they really are. I think Michael already said that. But for someone who's visually impaired or blind, imagine it as a pair of glasses that you can hear your audio through for your music, your phone calls, but also as a head-worn version of Seeing AI with a combination of Siri in it, but all built into the Meta platform and glasses themselves. So what I think about what I'll tell you before I really tell you what they do is just what they look like, so you have an idea of what we're wearing here. They honestly just, when you first pick them up, feel like a pair of sunglasses with slightly thicker arms where the software is all held. You have on the right side, I believe, is the light, and the camera is on the left. Correct me if I'm wrong on the positioning. On the
that's right. Yeah.
Good. On the top of the right arm, you have a button for controls, which I'll explain later, and you have a touchpad on the right side. So otherwise, they look like some nice trendy glasses.
They also have speakers built into the ear part near where they go on your ears.
Yeah, good point. You've got speakers, microphones, and all sorts of other sensors that can detect when you put the glasses on and when you take them off. So the first thing I guess we have to know is that these glasses are powered off your phone, so your iPhone, Android phone, and you have to have the Meta app, Meta AI app downloaded, where you synchronize your apps, choose your settings, and it's just Bluetooth enabled using your data. Let's start with some of the basics. If you want to activate your meta, you have to start with the word hey, and then, of course, meta. My glasses are probably listening to me now, but one simple phrase, you'll hear a chime, kind of like your Siri. And when you hear your chime, then you know you can start talking to it. Just going through some notes here. So once you've activated your meta, there's honestly a world of possibilities with what you can ask it. You've got a page in your pocket, a letter, a business card, whatever it is, just hold it up in front of you and say, hey Meta, read. Hey Meta, then you can change it. Describe what's in front of me.
Okay to take a picture?
Hey Meta, where is whatever object? So you can ask it all sorts of questions, but you're going to have to vary what you say because it learns from you as you're going. So at first you might think it's not answering my question properly. It's telling me what's in front of me rather than what I want to read. But you'll kind of figure out what works best and what you find gives it the most accurate answers. Just give me 1 second. Other features within reading, there are so many things you can use it for reading. If you know you just need the phone number from a page, you can ask it, tell me the phone number. Perhaps I was looking at a bunch of cards yesterday in the CNIB Smart Life Center, and I needed to know the names on them. So rather than having it read me the entire card, I just said, hey Meta, tell me the name on the person's card. And it easily did that. Stop. Yes, my Meta's trying to listen to me as I'm doing this, but reading's fantastic. Then you have, maybe you're in your kitchen and you want to know what the box says. You can just ask it, tell me what this is, or what are the cooking instructions? You open your fridge and you want to know, maybe where's the ketchup? Where's the mustard? As long as you have your head pointed towards all the objects, it can actually help give you a description of where they're placed in front of you. If you drop something, I've heard of people dropping things and turning their head down towards the floor, and sure, it can try and help you find whatever you've lost. Now, let's say those are kind of indoor scenarios, but if you're outdoors, there are definitely some features you can do. It has GPS connectivity. You can either use Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze. There are a few different maps that it can get some information from your phone. So it's able to tell you what street you're on. I was asking it to tell me, am I coming up to the intersection? And it was able to give me a rough kind of estimate of how far away the street was. It's still, from what I've been reading, it's quite new to Canada, the direction and navigational information, but it is gradually improving. So I was wondering what house I was at. So I did have to turn my head towards the house and let it take a picture. And from that picture, it was able to analyze the address. Similar if you're, let's say, going down Yonge Street, a busy street, and you want to know what store you're at. If you can find the door, typically there's a sign there, so it will be able to analyze based on sign information what store you're at. Similar with bus signs. street signs. It's using text and creating a summary for you, basically. It also has Be My Eyes connectivity, so you can use the command to activate Meta and then ask it to make a call with a volunteer, and it will contact a Be My Eyes volunteer. And then rather than having to hold your phone up and guess where you're pointing towards, you can just turn your head and they can see the information on their screen and give you the directions. And of course, the speakers in the glasses arms will be allowing you to communicate with the person. Similar with phone calls, if you have a family member or friend and you want to FaceTime them from some direction help, your camera on the glasses becomes same as if you're using your phone camera, and you can have a FaceTime call and let them help you navigate. FaceTime, it'll work on Microsoft Teams and other platforms. So just finding another. It can all, one thing that's fantastic on these that I found is web searches, kind of like a Siri, but my experience is it gives more accurate information. So I was using my work computer yesterday and I wanted to know how to synchronize my SharePoint files to a desktop. And I just asked it and it gave me perfect directions that I could actually follow to open the web, go through the links, and then sync my files. So it has some great step-by-step information you can ask it for through its web searches. One sec, I apologize. There are also the basic features of the glasses that you might want to know how to control. If you just press the button on the top of the lens, it takes a picture. And then if you tap once on the touchpad, it pauses and resumes music or media. And then a touch and hold for a few seconds starts recording a video. So you can take videos, record notes, and of course, take pictures from the glasses.
You can also just say, hey, Meta, take a picture, or hey, Meta, take a video.
Yeah, so you can use the voice commands to do all of those. It's just a personal preference how you want to activate them. So you almost don't need the buttons if you just want to use your Hey Meta all the time. Mm-hmm. Hey Meta, stop. Shouldn't have had them listening to me this whole time. Now, one of the most interesting modes, I would say, is the live AI. And that basically you don't need to constantly say the hey and then the name there. You can just have a conversation. So you're trying to do something really quickly around your house, tidying up, sorting through files, CDs, whatever. Just what CD is this? What book is this? Whatever. And it's just, you don't have to keep saying the hey. I do admit though, for sure, once you put it in live AI mode, it takes more battery. So you're burning through your battery faster. But generally, I find the battery life goes for quite a while. And the Generation 2 glasses I have, and then we'll go off topic here for just a second that I didn't mention. The case charges the glasses. So if they've run out of battery or you're putting them away before going into a meeting or whatever, they're going to start charging when they're in the case. So you never really have to worry about them running out of battery. So you have all those meta things, but the other nice part is your phone is still just going to work as your phone. So once you have the glasses on, you can make a call, check your messages, send an email, check your notifications, and use Siri. So pretty much everything in your phone is still working at the same time as you have Meta. So you're combining the best of both with those on. Is there anything you want to add, Michael, before?
No, you touched on the live AI, and like I said, that's a very handy feature. I mean, you were telling me when you were doing those cards the other day, you used live AI for that, and it just went bang, 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 bang. I've done that myself with the live AI, yeah, it's very useful because you get into a bit of a conversation with it. And then each sentence you say, it kind of learns what from it, and so it can start to anticipate almost what it is that you're doing, and offer suggestions at times. So yeah,
Yeah, imagine it just saving so much frustration.
yeah,
Holding your own camera above text. Do I have it at the right angle, the right height? With this, just put it in front of your face and you've got your mystery solved.
yeah. The one thing I might add is that it is a learning experience on both sides. The glasses learn from you as well as you learn from them, and I think Bill will allude to this when he speaks. Is that you have to really think carefully about the questions you ask and how you ask them, because it's very black and white. For example, yesterday I came out of the elevator in my condo, and just because I was playing around with it, and I asked it, okay, tell me what's on the floor, and it gave me a literal answer. There's a carpet on the floor. So then I had to rethink that question, and it said, because I assumed that and carpet is the carpet is the floor, but no, the glasses think that that's a separate item. So then I had to rephrase the question and say, okay, are there any objects in front of me? And then it said, there's a newspaper at the next door or something like that. So you have to think about the questions and realize that you're not talking to a person. You're talking to a robot that speaks to you in black and thinks in black and white robot type terms. So.
Yeah, they're all good points. I think those are the basics. Should we how do you want to do this now, Michael? Should we move on to
Is there anything else that we need to talk about from a technical, or should we just let Bill share his insights?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else technical. It's just, as Michael said, you practice learning your phrasing and based on its answers, figuring out how you want to reword each time. It's sure you might get frustrated, but you'll learn that it's a very, very helpful tool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Robert. I think that we'll have a fairly good discussion. I think there's going to be a lot of questions coming forward. Maybe can we turn it over to Bill, and maybe Bill Conway is a member of our Lion Club, and he actually purchased his quite a few months ago. So he's had quite a bit of experience. And he's had some interesting insights and experiences that he's sharing with us from before. So, Bill, can I turn it over to you?
Thank you very much, Mike, and thank you very much, Rob, for your presentation, sir. My name is Bill Conway. I live in the province of British Columbia on the beautiful Sunshine Coast where it rains half the time. As one of the chat things indicated that, yes, some of these glasses may look like from a Star Trek episode that Geordi used to wear. He wore a visor. We wear glasses now. So they've evolved from a visor to a glasses. I've had the privilege of having my glasses since July of last year. Uh, they are very interesting, like Mike and Rob has indicated that you've got to be very careful on how you ask a question. It will describe a person to you, but they won't tell you that they look like a Barbie, or they won't look like that they tell you that the person looks like a fat Albert. It will just say, describe a person, whether it be elderly or young. They will say the color of the hair, and they are appropriately dressed. I've had that say to me. Uh, when I use my glasses, I use them really for accessibility purposes when I travel, especially when I'm in Vancouver, not knowing where all the bus stops are. It's very good. You ask it, hey, Meta, where's the bus stop or how far it is? I did that once, but I didn't ask it to read the sign because the sign said the bus stop moved. So we had to find the next bus stop. Uh, I used it once on the ferry, and I travel the BC ferries quite a bit. So I said to it, I says, how close is the cafeteria? So Meta says it's 20 feet in front of you. And when I got to the cafeteria and stepped inside it, it says, please enjoy your day inside the BC cafeteria, BC Ferries cafeteria. So I thought that was kind of funny because it's not a very good experience being in a cafeteria with mounds of people all around sometimes. Uh, I use it for finding stores on the streets, as Mike has indicated. I've used them for in malls, especially in malls, finding different stores in malls. They will identify stores for me. I use it for reading my mail out of my mailbox, so I don't have to carry a lot of crap home with me if it's not in my interest. The garbage can is right there. So I do read it to read me my mail out of my mailbox. What I don't want, I ditch. And what I want, I can bring it home and it will read it to me. I've turned one of the letters upside down on purpose, and Meta says, your letter is upside down. Please turn it around or put it upside right or flip it around because the page is blank. I've also used them quite a bit for food purposes. I get a lot of frozen foods delivered to me labeled, and I no longer have to eat mystery meals. I have an idea now what I'm eating or I'm pulling out of the freezer, whether it be in different types of soups I get, or different types of pre-cooked meals. I've used them for fixing my TV, helping me get my TV back in order instead of being online with your cable company for an hour and being frustrated with their elevator music. I now use my glasses to assist me in fixing my TV when I screw it up, or I say it screws itself up. As Mike has indicated, I've also used it for working on my computer. If I get out of sorts on my computer, I use it to get myself back in line. As Rob indicated, helps him straighten out his files. My glasses are really an accessible tool for me. I don't use them for taking pictures because I do not have my phone hooked up to an email synchronizations at all. I just use my phone as a phone and with my GPS systems on. Also, they're good at bus loops because it can point out the different bays when you get off a bus. Where is bay 1? And when you're at bay 9, it will give you directional to your right or to your left or straight ahead. So I find them very accessible in those ways. Like I've had my glasses, like I said, since last July. So I do a lot of it. When I was in Chilliwack a couple months ago, I used them in Chilliwack, another small community that's about 4 hours away from me by just on a bus alone. So it's an all-day trip to get there. And once again, when I'm in a strange city, I use it to assist me and tell me where I am. Like trying to find my friend's house, which the dog knows, my guide dog knows automatically where it is. but also I wanted to see how close the glasses could get me to the house without having calling my friend saying, I'm lost, come and get me. And they did pretty good there also. Um, the Vancouver train station and bus terminal, it can be very hectic at times. It's very huge and very echoey. So the acoustics are very loud in there sometimes and can get very noisy. And once again, provides me directional aid to get from the front door to where seats are, in my case, where the closest coffee shop is, so I can have a coffee, take a coffee with me on the bus. So they're very good for me. And like Rob is saying, you've got to learn how to ask the question to get the answer you want. I asked a question one time and it was in a very negative manner. And Meta says, would you like me? You sound like you are very angry today. Would you like me to play you some calming music? So it's almost acts as your psychiatrist at times. The so it's once again, you can have fun with it, but it has helped me when I was confronted with a street person. It actually described a street person to me so I can pass the information on to those who I wish it to be passed on to. So they're good. They're very, very helpful. They're not heavy to wear at all. They only weigh about 2 or 3 pounds on your face, if that. And they're not bulky. And they're yes, I think we all can all use a psychiatrist, Tom. Yes, I just heard your chat line. Yes. So yeah, they can work. And when I go into a restaurant, and of course you get a big, huge menu, and I'm a burger man, so I always tell everybody what are the burgers. But now I can say to the glasses, hey glasses, just read me the burgers or just read me the desserts. And that's all we'll read. Because if not, if you say, please read me, hey, look and read me what I'm seeing, it'll read you the whole entire menu. And by the time you get what you want, you forgot what you started off with. So it can be very streamlined. And I think that works quite nice for me. Um, you mostly go to a Chinese restaurant and they gave me a Chinese menu. I asked for it. I asked the staff, I said, do you have a Chinese menu just for the heck of it? And it did. And they brought it to me and I asked the glasses hey, glasses, read me the menu. And it says, I'm so sorry, but I cannot read this text. It's in a language that your glasses are not uh, adjusted to. So I guess you can change it to Chinese, but I did not. And I didn't want to try to do that. But once again, it's like your series or like Be My Eyes, once you learn how to use it, it can be very advantageous for you. And thank you very much to both of you for your comments. And I can participate for about another half hour. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bill. That was really good, and I'm glad that you have you found them to be very helpful. So hopefully, as I get to know what mine can do, I'll be able to get mine to be equally as helpful as well. I think with that, we'll open it up for questions and answers, and any sort of comments or suggestions that anybody may have.
Lion Michael, it's Lion Christina. Before we do go to Q&A, just one question for Robert. Because there is sighted members here, could we also address how this could be helpful to sighted people? Because we're kind of just talking about how it's helping people with sight loss and blindness, but I think it's also important to note that as well.
That's a good point. So yeah, you have me thinking now, but for sighted people, they of course get the advantage of, do they want to take pictures and do some photography, take some videos, capture, but people are always, in a rush, on the go. We live in Canada. There's winter. Do you really want to have to pull your phone out or lift your sleeve to know what time it is? Just ask the glasses what time it is. Rather than you're standing at a bus pull, ask the Meta when the next bus is coming. Instead of, again, using your phone, standing and reading the side. I think everyone wants efficiency, and I'm trying to think of other, do you have any situations, Michael, where you think someone cited would?
They look way cool. They're wayfarers, so So anyway, but yeah, as Robert said, they do have benefits for non-disabled as well. I mean, you can tie them into your Apple Music or Spotify or whatever, and you can stream music through the speakers. They're tiny little micro speakers that are just basically just maybe about half an inch in front of your earpieces, so your ear. So and the sound isn't bad. They're not hi-fi quality, but they're not bad. So you can and the advantage of doing it through the glasses is that you can listen to the music, but without blocking all the noise that. So if you're walking down the street, you do need to have your auditory cues like the traffic and stuff, so you can listen to the music but hear all the what's going on around you as well. As Robert, as we've all alluded to, you can use the glasses to text. You can just say, "Hey, Meta, send a text message to someone who's on your contact list," and you just say whatever it is that you want to say, and it will confirm it, and you press send, and you can do all that totally hands-free. You can also set it up so that it will, if you get a text coming in, it will tell you that there's a text coming in, and it will read it for you. So if you're like me and you have Judi Dench talking to you like that, it can be kind of kind of fun to have a text from M. I feel like James Bond sometimes. You can also, like I said, like Robert said, take and receive phone calls. You can just ask it to say the magic words, make a phone call, and it's connected to your contact list. So you can do all this hands free. And I think that's probably the biggest benefit for the sighted community is just the convenience of using your smartphone without actually having to touch it or handle it. You can just keep it in your pocket and you can just go on about your business and do all the things that you might normally do with a smartphone.
Perfect. We have a question from Mark Stewart.
Hi, Mark. Go ahead.
Hello. Too many questions. The first one is, you said the glasses charged by the case.
Yes.
Does the case ever die then?
No, there's a cable for the case to
Okay.
there's also a cable you can charge the case up with.
Yeah.
And also it only takes 25 minutes to have your glasses recharged to 75%.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So and that's really handy, particularly when you use the live AI, because as Robert said, the live AI can use up battery life pretty quickly. So you use your live AI for a little while, slip them in your case, and then your glasses are ready to go in 25 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's handy to have because you don't necessarily need to wear the glasses all the time. So you can, but the case has to be charged, and the case, I've found that the battery in the case lasts quite a bit longer than the battery in the glasses. So I've gone a couple of days without charging the case, and the batteries, anytime I take them out, the glasses will tell you when you put them on, they'll say battery at 100% or battery at whatever percent. So you know how long you have.
Okay. Thank you.
Just to follow up on that, there is the glass case itself. I've had glass case out for a whole entire week, and the glasses are charged up every single day at 100%. So you can go for a whole week once you charge your case up.
Yeah.
So there's, once again, you play around, you can adjust your own knowledge on how how long it charges. I also carry a spare charger in my backpack when I do travel. So I've always got a backup with me that to a charger, a personal charger on me at all times to charge my glasses if I ever get to that point.
Okay.
Okay, my screen reader says David Burnett has his hand up.
Okay.
Thank you, Christina. Yeah, Robert Hanson, it's Hampson, it's David Burnett here, and also we got Glenn Barron, and you probably remember us from those days when you were a little kid with the ski club, the Toronto Ski Hawks.
I still know your names. Yeah, from when I was like 8 years old or something, way back.
Exactly, and Glenn Barron too. He's on here. One of the questions, I got two questions. One, the first one, do you find that when you've got the glasses on, you keep your head forward and your neck stiff, or do you have flexibility and you kind of still look around, even though I can't see? I look around and my head moves and stuff of that nature. How do you find that?
That's a really good point.
May I answer that, Robert?
Yeah.
The one thing I was reading about it is that the lens in the glasses are ultra wide lenses. So they have so you don't if you don't have to look like you're looking at something through reading glasses or something, you have a fair bit of flexibility. And also the glasses will tell you whether or not it can see the item that you're pointing at, and you can just make a slight adjustment, but there is a fair bit of flexibility built into the lens itself because it's ultra wide.
Okay, so you don't find that you're kind of stiff-necked and keep your head rigid all the time?
No, I haven't. The only thing I could think of where that might happen is if I'm reading long text, but I haven't like used it to read a book or anything. I just use it to read letters and labels and things like that. But no, I haven't found it to be an issue.
Okay, my second question would be living in a seniors residence where there's a lot of people that I meet in the hallways and things like that, and I can't remember their voices and things like that. Any idea if the glasses can remember faces so that when you're coming up to somebody, they say, "Oh yeah, this is Betty Butter," and or this is Susie Smith, that type of thing, so that I don't have to keep saying, "Who the hell am I talking to today?" You know? Any idea if it's got that AI recognition?
If I can step in there, the glasses will do that, David. It's Bill here.
Yep.
The glasses will. If you can take a picture of Mary Jane and save it as this is Mary Jane. So when you come up and Mary Jane is talking to you again, and the glasses if you ask glasses, who am I looking at? It will say it's Mary Jane.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
The
I'll
one
tell
thing
you exactly what she looks like.
the one thing how the photos works is that it works through as Robert said, it works through the Meta AI app. So when you ask it to take a photo or take a video, it will put it in the Meta AI app under a photo gallery. So it's separate from the photos that are on your iPhone. And then you download them to your phone, and then you can play them or keep them in the memory. So oftentimes what it'll do, if you ask it a question, it can't answer it right away, and it'll ask you to take a photo of it. And as Bill said, the photo will log in the memory, and then it will use that as a reference. So you keep that photo in the Meta AI app gallery, and it'll be in there. The thing that you probably have to keep on top of is just making sure that you watch the amount of memory you have on your phone, because it can add up between the photos and videos. So.
Okay, so I have a question. After myself is Tony Fallis, and then there was a question from Nancy Hargrave. Okay, so my question was, I am light sensitive. Sorry, this is Lion Christina. I am light sensitive, very light. Light really hurts my eyes, so I have to have dark glasses on. Do these come in dark enough glasses that it won't cause me any pain? Because I know I've researched and I know there's been different shades, but is there like a shade that's dark for someone like me who is light sensitive?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you can do, I mean, like the glasses, Robert and I are both wearing transition glasses, but probably won't help you because the transition won't get dark enough. But you can get from like order with dark shade. But if you need extra dark shade, you can take them to your optometrist or your specialist, and they can switch out the lens and put in, you know, other super dark lenses if you need them. You can also get them prescription if you want.
Okay, thank you. Tony Follis and then Nancy Hargrave.
Hi, thanks guys. That was great, interesting. You answered two of my three questions about you can get them tinted like a sunglass, and they do come in prescriptions. What's the battery life on the glasses themselves like? Like, can you wear them all day long and just charge them at night, or?
The answer to that question, Lion Tony, is yes. I wear my glasses 95% of the day. As soon as I leave my house, my glasses are on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And the reason I ask that is my wife wears glasses, so we are sighted, but she wears glasses all the time. And something like this, if there's the fact, you're right, not having to carry your phone around when you are doing stuff and you want to take a picture of something is great. And on a personal note, I am terrible with names and faces. So if I could have a pair of sunglasses that could tell me who it is I'm talking to, even though I can see them and I know that I know them, that'd be great. So thank you very much for the info.
Yeah, just to clarify the battery life. The battery life in regular mode will go for a long time. The battery life in Live AI, the Live AI will drain the battery very, very quickly, probably half an hour or so. But the benefit is that you can just slip them in the case and they'll recharge very quickly. So as long as you have the case with you, you're never really too far from a fully charged pair of glasses.
Right, Chair. Okay, good.
I think there was Nancy Hargrave, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I just wondered what the cost was for these glasses.
Well, in my province, it's Bill here. It's in my province. They're $450 for the regular sunglasses. Of course, clear glasses, you're got another expense, a different cost there. And of course, the prescribed glasses, you even got a different cost. So the simple ones are for me, and I bought mine at Best Buy, where it's close in my community who sold them. And so, yeah, I don't know what they are in other provinces.
Yeah, I paid a little over $600 for mine. But mine had the transition lens, which are a little more expensive than regular sunglasses. So, I think the other thing, Robert maybe can confirm this, but if at Sunglasses Hut, I think you can get a discount if you present your CNIB card. I actually bought mine from the Ray-Ban store at the Toronto Eaton Centre. And at the time I bought them, they had a deal where I paid full price for mine, but then they gave my wife a pair of regular Ray-Ban glasses at half price. So there may be some deals if you just sort of look around and so.
And let me just quickly say, yeah, the CNIB discount, it really was initially they're using it as a promo to really spread the word about them in the community. And yes, they still are offering it on the Generation 1s, but
not the Generation 2. Okay.
Not doing it on the 2s. It's still in talks as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. You probably want the Generation 2 glasses because those are the ones that are connected to Be My Eyes.
Be My Eyes, back, all sorts of, yeah.
We have two last questions. One is David Burnett. Second one is Mark Stewart. And then I'm sorry, we're out of time.
I know that Bill Conway does a lot of traveling around on his own, but I'm just wondering about wearing the glasses when you're not alone, when you're with people. And I'm very seldom alone, whether I'm with friends or my wife. And what's it like kind of wearing the glasses and talking to the glasses when you've got other people around you?
That's a good point. I was thinking that the other day when I was on the bus and I asked them a question, and you might have people ask you, why are you talking to yourself? Because this looks like you're standing there on your own.
Duh.
But I think if you're with a friend, you're with family, they know why you're using it. And it's a great talking point. Like, you're with a friend who don't know why you have them. You can start a huge conversation and greater awareness for everyone.
I've had a couple of experiences. I was in the store asking, saying, hey, what's this say or what's that say? And then the person next to me was answering the questions and drowning out what the glasses would say. So the other thing is that because the speakers are open, depending on how loud you have the volume, people near you can hear, and it just sounds like a little sort of, tinny little voice that's coming out of, and so some people might find that a little disconcerting. If so that's the only thing you have to. So I think you had a second question, Mark.
It got answered already.
Oh, okay.
I think David Barker had a question, though, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
David, we just answered David's question.
Okay. Sam, we still up, that's all.
Christina, can Glenn ask a question? I couldn't find where to raise my hand on this.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Glenn?
Oh, yes, I have a question. How do these work when you wear hearing aids? Because right now my hearing aids are Bluetooth to my phone. So, and plus the right hearing aid controls, like both hearing aids. So, and you understood the glasses are also controlled from on the right.
I can answer that, as I wear hearing aids myself.
Okay.
I've had a little bit of frustration with that, but I've kind of worked out how it works. The hearing aids that I have are connected to an app on my phone, and I can control that. And that stays separate from the Meta glasses, so I don't have any problem with that. The only problems I did have was if I don't wear the glasses and I take a phone call, I can just tap my hearing aid and I can take the phone call directly into my hearing aid.
Yes.
But if I'm wearing the glasses take over and I can't use that function, but I can still answer the phone through the glasses. And the only problem is that the volume on the phone is much better than the volume on the glasses. So sometimes I just have to sort of, let the call go to voicemail, take the glasses off, and then, respond to the call. But I mean, it's a workaround. Unfortunately, the Bluetooth capability doesn't seem when I went in to set it on the phone, it does, I was able to check it off, but it doesn't actually work through the glasses. So I think that's a little bit of a glitch that probably needs to be fixed for future generations, but it's been minor so far.
Well,
The other workaround I do, if I'm outside and I ask the question, I just sort of put my hand over my ear, and that really helps to increase the volume. So I just, I cut my hand over, and that just sort of drowns out the noise, and I can hear it. So it's a workaround. It's not ideal, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I would just thank you both, Robert and Michael, for a great and Lion Bill for a great presentation. I think that was very informative, and just another great job, guys. We'll I'll just like to remind everybody we will have another presentation on February 19th, and this is part 2 of the 11 brave blind mountaineers of Mount Kilimanjaro. This presentation is recorded and will be on our YouTube channel in a few days. So please take a look, share it, and subscribe to our channel. So again, this is the Canada True Vision Cyber Club branch. We thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.